guys, welcome back to Golang tutorials. This is Delodese. So in this episode we're going to discuss about switch. If you haven't gone through the earlier episodes, please click on the link which is appearing on the screen. Okay, it might be appearing somewhere around here. Okay, today about switch. If you have gone through the previous episode, you might remember using the if else. We can just take example here in the last one. Here in this one, if you see there is an if else here, then just imagine if you have 3 or 4 if else. So it might look a bit odd because it is programmatically it's fine, it's correct, but it for reading purpose it might not look that good. So we can take the advantage of switch. Switch does the same thing that your if else do, but it might look a bit good, and sometimes the compiler enhances its jump methods, and it might I'm not sure about it. It might come, sometimes it might be faster, sometimes it might be, it all depends on your compiler. So sometimes it might be an advantage using switch, and also for code readability it's the best thing. Okay, so about switch, the way it works is there's an evaluation on an interface here. It must be an interface. Okay, it can be anything, but it must be an interface. That's must. Okay, if you think about if you think about something like type, you can do a switch on a type, but it must that switch in the type of the substance, like the variable that you're using, should be an interface. So that's the only condition. It must be an interface. It must implement something. That's the only condition for the evaluation variable, the evaluation expression that we are giving for the switch. So what it does is it will evaluate something, preferably a variable, and it will start matching it with the cases of first one, second one, third one in the order that we give. So compiler does the same way as we think. So that's the working flow of the switch. So let's look at a simple example for switch. Switch function main. Okay, c equal to 10. We do a switch on C. Case 1 fmt dot println 1. Case 10 fmt dot println 10, and in the default case we'll put something like default. We'll put println default. Okay, default will come in handy when none of this matches our switch case. So we'll just control statements, go run switch. Let us run this. It appeared 10, and we look into the function of default by just changing to 9. So what if any of the cases that we represented here didn't match the actual value, that in the if else case it's the else part. Okay, similar to the else that we use at end. In the end we use the else where none of the if else did pass. Okay, similar to that. Okay, default. So that's the basic working of switch. In switch there are some other features that Go includes, like unlike language C, we can put anything. It's generic. It need not be a constant or integer. It can be a string, like character. Okay, if we made it a character, we'll put sorry, in case of stuff 1 we put as 10. Okay, that's too easy. We go A. Okay, and we'll print A. Okay, let's try this. Okay, go on expecting expression. Case 1 C. Okay, my bad. I'm looking to hope it works. No, default. Okay, because it was in it was 10. Actually I put as A. Okay, we'll just do. Okay, it printed A. Okay, suppose in switch there is something called fall through. Like what if 2 or 3 sentence cases do the same, something similar to here. What if we are searching for a character like A, and here we want to print A. Okay, we just try this one. Okay, this is the fall through method like you usually do in the other languages. We can do it a bit differently here with comma separated. This is how it is done in Go. Okay, it printed A. So in the fall through, the way we do fall through in Go is this: we separate it by commas and write it. So it's we can get rid of other cases, like we don't have to write case A, case B, case A, as like that. We don't have to write it many times. We can write it very simply like this, and we can even compare types, like we have C as a what C equal to something like we have a interface. Suppose I'm not talking much about interface since we haven't covered that. So suppose we have an interface here. Okay, suppose like this is not the correct syntax, but just think it like this: we have an interface, then we can switch case the C, like C equal to C dot type, this way. Okay, we can do these things, like we can compare it with integer. Okay, we can compare with string, like that we can do. So type switching also can be done. We'll be discussing further on type switching because we haven't gone through interface or functions regularly. So once we cover those portions, we'll thoroughly go through this. So that's all about the switch. So it's pretty simple and neat, and Go idiomatically it's the best way to do when more if else cases comes. So that's it. That's about the switch. Thanks guys, thanks for tuning in. So stay tuned, love and peace.